Hello, Matt. I gather you made it safely back from Torquay, okay?
Yep, in the end.
Just let's talk about the game, obviously, because it was a interesting match, and especially from my point of view, commented on it was equally as interesting. Let's speak about the first half. It was a very hectic start. It had a lot of energy and a lot of passion involved. Both sides going for it from the get go. How did you view it from your point of view?
Yeah, very, very even. Um, I felt I feel they're quite similar to us. They play with a lot of energy. They've got pace, power in their team. They're on the front foot, as are we. And I felt the game was always going to be like that, especially in the early stages. And I think it turned out to be probably for the vast majority of the 90 minutes that it was very frantic. It lacked quality, but their wingers showed some glimpses. They were a threat on the counter attack, but then as were we, a threat on the counter attack, and our wingers looked lively. And I think that the biggest threat from both teams was from set pieces. And as you say, it was very, I wouldn't say cagey, but it was a very even game that certainly wasn't one for the purists, but was very hard fought, competitive, and I think the draw overall was a fair result.
Yeah, and it looks at stages where you got into opposition box and put their defenders under pressure. Not many teams often get to do that. Only Yeovil this season have really exposed them in that way. Coming into the second half, it looks like maybe you would have hoped for a change of system from Torquay, or maybe you'd hope the lads would have gone on and continued that pressure. But like Saturday, the red card changed the game again, and Dean Moxey was sent off for two yellow cards. How did you view that decision, and did you feel it had, like on Saturday, had a bearing on the outcome of the result?
Well, as I just said, with the first half, David and Will, both our wingers, were with threats, and David's he's lunged in on David and got a booking in the latter stages of the first half, and then just had a bit of a bad touch and follow through on Harry in the middle of the pitch. And I think there'd be too many complaints on the sending off. But when a team goes to 10 men, it can affect both teams in different ways, and they certainly rallied them. I thought they had their best spell once they had the man sent off. But mentality-wise, you naturally think, and people think, oh, well, we're just going to go on and win the game now. Now, that's certainly not the case. And I reiterated the point to the lads who were a little bit frustrated at the end of the game. I'm not going to lie. We didn't press on a little bit more and maybe try and get that winner, which we certainly were looking to do. But the most important thing is a clean sheet. A point away from home is always good, no matter who you're playing. So certainly a clean sheet and a point there, whether you're playing 10 men, 9 men, who you're up against, it's a good point. And that's the foundation and the base that we had that night, last night, sorry. And yes, disappointed with our quality, disappointed with our attacking play at times in the final third. But overall, it's a Tuesday night, long travel, all the way down there, wet and windy, away to Torquay, clean sheet point. I'm more than happy.
Yeah, from previous experience, I can remember how cold it gets there as well. So, but it's probably very tricky for you lot over there too. So, have you learned anything from yesterday that you can carry into Hartlepool on Saturday, who are going to be a much different outfit to Torquay, but on a similar sort of run to us? They have been very good in the last few games and didn't play last night, but they have a lot of potential and will be painting a little bit, maybe cleaning their wounds a little after losing to Weymouth on Saturday. How will you assess that, and what will you take from last night into the game on Saturday?
It's just well documented. The week that we've got coming up is very, very tough with the travelling, let alone the teams that we're playing in the positions that they are in the league. We managed to get, like we said, a good point last night. We're going to another very good team with a very good manager, and experienced and successful manager at this level. So, and there'll be an extremely tough test again. They've been on a good run, a disappointing result at Weymouth, but just goes to prove that this league, there's no easy games, and you have to be right at it every game to go and earn your points. And I'm sure they'll be looking to bounce back on Saturday and put that right back at home against us. We'll be carrying on from what we've been doing. How we've been playing. We're on a good run ourselves. We've picked up a couple of good results this week in the league, and we're going there full of confidence, and we'll set ourselves up again to be certainly hard to beat, but hopefully good on the ball, better in the final third, and create those chances and opportunities to hopefully get us the goals that we've been scoring this season.
Okay, that's good. Hopefully that continues. Also, regarding the squad, it looks like everyone got through last time without any trouble. Is there anything you can update us on regarding that, or has something cropped up overnight that may worry you for Saturday?
Yeah, no, there's no injury concerns. I believe I've left the message for Bobby now, and he's just coming back to me, and I'll be touching base with the players again this afternoon. So not at the moment. I don't think there's anything to be concerned about.
Okay, and finally, I'm sure it wasn't on your mind last day or in any of the players' minds, but obviously the league vote is coming up later this week in regards to whether it should continue regarding to funding. Now, I won't go too deep into the matter, as you will probably have heard too much of it from various people around the club, but what are your opinions of this impending vote, and will it, in your opinion, will it change that way the season runs for you even before you play Hartlepool on Saturday?
My opinions on it is that I can't really control a lot. All I can control is my job and what I'm doing. Now, on a football level, on not just how we're doing, but for ourselves, being selfish myself, I want to carry on. We're doing well in the league. I want to keep doing my job. I want to be able to put the team together, train with the lads, hopefully keep getting the results. The supporters can, albeit watch on streaming and be part and have that release for them. And I think that's good for the community and for the club for us to keep going. It's very important that I concentrate on my job and what I'm doing until I'm told otherwise. And I've always said that, and I've sort of made it clear to the players as well that we're not going to talk about it too much. We can't control what's going on. We're just going to concentrate on the next training session, concentrate on the next game until we, have a decision, or I have a chat with Bruce and Aid and the rest of the board about what the decision or maybe potentially the vote might be and what the options are. We still don't know that yet. So I'm desperate to carry on. I'm desperate to keep the season going. Whether we will or not is yet to be seen. Hopefully we'll find out soon. But my main focus is now just onto Hartlepool on Saturday.
Excellent. Well, Matt, absolutely fantastic talking to you again, and well done on the result last night, despite the nature of it. And we hopefully will speak to you again on Saturday with a more positive outcome.
Brilliant. Cheers, Ahmed. Thanks a lot.